Okay, so yesterday we discussed some node points regarding this acceleration. So what are the node points? In the first node point we discussed this. Here the first node point we discussed this. Okay, the first node point we discussed is even though velocity is constant, clear, even though velocity is constant, clear, even though velocity is constant, still we have acceleration. Clear, still we have acceleration. Are you clear? So that is represented as v is equal to constant, clear, v is equal to constant, but a not equal to 0. This happens in which case? This happens in which case? Yeah. So it happens in uniform circular motion. Clear, it happens in uniform circular motion. So in uniform circular motion, even though velocity is constant, still acceleration not equal to 0. Clear, still acceleration is not equal to 0. Now I'll give you one more example. For example, even if velocity is equal to 0, now remember, if velocity is equal to 0, mathematically acceleration is nothing but d by dt of v. If velocity is equal to 0, then acceleration must be equal to 0. Are you clear? Now remember, if velocity is equal to 0, then acceleration must be equal to 0. Clear? If velocity is equal to 0, then acceleration must be equal to 0. But we have one case where even though velocity is equal to 0, still we have acceleration. Clear? Even though velocity is equal to 0, still we have acceleration. That case is called as freely falling body. Clear? That case is called as freely falling body. Now for example, I will take this body and I will leave from some height like this. Are you clear? So this body is called as freely falling. Clear? This is called as freely falling. In freely falling, I am not going to apply any force. Clear? I am not going to apply any force. But still it will fall towards the ground because of the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Are you clear? Acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Are you clear? Now remember, even though velocity, I will leave the object or I will drop the object freely. Clear? This case is called as freely falling. Now remember, in case of freely falling, we are not going to apply any force like this or any velocity like this. We just leaving the body like this. Then because of gravity, clear, because of that gravity, the body is falling towards the ground. Clear, the body is falling towards the ground. That case is called as freely falling body. Clear, that is called as freely falling. Are you clear? Now remember, in case of freely falling, even though velocity is equal to 0, clear, even though velocity is equal to 0, clear, even though velocity is equal to 0, still we have, clear, still we have acceleration. Clear, still we have acceleration. Are you clear? Now which case it was means, clear, which case it was means, so in the case of freely falling body. Clear, in the case of what? No, freely falling body. Now remember, for freely falling body, initial velocity or velocity v is equal to 0, but acceleration is not equal to 0. Clear? But acceleration is not equal to 0. Now remember this point. Clear? Remember this point. Now shall I move to the next point? Yeah. So the next point is, for example, I'll take a simple pendulum, a simple harmonic motion. If you take simple harmonic motion, remember, in case of simple harmonic motion, if you take the simple pendulum, this simple pendulum oscillates between the mean position like this. Are you clear? So that this is called as mean position. these positions are called as extreme positions. Are you clear, ma? So this position is called as mean position. These two positions are called as extreme positions, so that a simple pendulum will oscillate between the two extreme positions like this. Now remember, whenever a simple pendulum reaches to the extreme position, at the extreme position velocity is equal to 0. Are you clear? At the extreme positions velocity is equal to 0. Clear? At the extreme positions velocity equal to 0. But at the mean position velocity is maximum. Now velocity is what, ma? Maximum. Are you clear? Now remember, in this case, clear, in this case, at velocity v is equal to 0, here we have acceleration. Clear, here we have acceleration. So here acceleration not equal to 0. But in mean position, acceleration A is equal to 0. And in extreme position, acceleration not equal to 0. Therefore, in case of simple pendulum, at extreme positions, velocity is equal to 0. Now remember, if velocity is equal to 0, the body displaces to the maximum position. Are you clear? Remember, here the simple pendulum displaces it to the maximum position. This is called as maximum displacement. Are you clear? Now remember, here displacement is maximum. Clear, here displacement is maximum, but velocity is equal to 0. Clear, but velocity is equal to how much? 0. Now remember, velocity is taken as, for example, dx by dt. Therefore, even though displacement is maximum, are you clear? So what is the velocity? 0. Now in this case, acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement. Are you clear? But it will be takes place in opposite direction. Now remember this point, in case of simple harmonic motion, acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement, but it acts in which direction? Opposite direction. Are you clear? So this is another important point which we are going to learn in simple harmonic motion. Are you clear? So the third point is acceleration is directly proportional to, clear, acceleration is directly proportional to displacement, but in opposite direction. Clear, but in opposite direction. Clear, in case of simple harmonic motion. Clear, in case of simple harmonic motion. So remember this point, these points can be asked in the competitive examinations. Okay, now shall I give another note point? Shall I give another note point, Yeah. Now remember, acceleration, I will write it in one form. It is in case of or in terms of chain rule. Are you clear? For example, acceleration A is equal to dv by dt. Are you clear? Acceleration A is equal to how much? dv by dt. That is rate of change of velocity. Now I will modify like this: dv by dx into dx by dt. Shall I write like this? Shall I modify like this? Shall I modify like this? Yeah, you just tell me, shall I modify like this? Yeah. So again, dx will cancel, the same equation. Now I further modify this. Dx dt is taken as velocity v into dv by dx. Therefore, acceleration can also be taken as another equation like what is that? V into d by x. So this is the other form of acceleration, and this is called as chain rule. Clear? This is called as chain rule. Are you clear, ma? Therefore, by using chain rule, clear, by using chain rule, you are writing the acceleration in terms of v into dv by dx, where dv by dx is called as velocity gradient. Are you clear? Remember, if anything changes with respect to time, that is called as rate. Clear? If anything changes with respect to time, that is called as rate. If anything changes with respect to length, that is called as gradient. Clear? That is called as what? Gradient. Now here, acceleration is equal to velocity into velocity gradient. So here dv by dx is taken as velocity gradient. I hope you understood this point. Shall I move to the next point, ma? Yeah. Just wait 1 minute. So the next concept I'm going to teach you is graphs. Okay. So the next concept I'm going to teach you is graphs. Are you clear? Okay. Listen. So in this, I'm going to write the graphs for different things. So first, I'm going to discuss about the graphs. In the graph, I'm going to discuss about displacement time graph. Clear? First, I'm going to discuss about displacement time graph. Are you clear? Yeah. Now remember, here the graph is drawn between displacement as well as time. Clear? Here the graph is drawn between displacement as well as time. Are you clear? Now, what is the equation for velocity? Now tell me, what is velocity? Velocity v is equal to how much? Velocity v is equal to how much? Yeah, very good. Displacement by time. Now I'll bring time to the left hand side, then displacement is equal to velocity into time. Clear? Now remember, it looks like one graph. Now what is that? Means y is equal to mx. So what is y is equal to mx? Tell me, what is y is equal to mx? Very good. Straight line passing through origin. For example, for this equation, if you draw the graph so that on x-axis you take time, on y-axis you take displacement. Why? Because we see on y-axis we have displacement, on x-axis we have time. Then what is m? Means m is called as a slope. That slope can also be taken as tan theta. That is equal to, in the place of slope we have the velocity v. Clear? In the place of slope we have the velocity v. I hope you understood this point. Are you clear? Now listen, in the place of slope we have the velocity v. Therefore, for this, what is the graph? Means for this the graph is a straight line passing through the origin. Clear? For this the graph is a straight line passing through the origin. Now remember, if I take this angle as theta, clear? If I take this angle as theta, then tan theta will give what? Velocity. Clear? Then tan theta will give what? Velocity. That tan theta is nothing but slope. Therefore, slope of displacement time graph gives what? Velocity. Are you clear? Slope of displacement time graph gives what? Velocity. Are you clear up to here? Yeah. Now remember, I will take a small part. Clear? I will take a small part in this graph. In this small part, this side I will consider as dy. This side I will consider as dx. Then tan theta is equal to dy. So dy means dy is on the x-axis. Clear? It is on the displacement side. Therefore, dy can be taken as dx. Clear? This can be taken as what? Dx. And this is the time axis. So it is on the time axis. Therefore, I will take it as dt. Therefore, tan theta is taken as what? Dx by dt. So where dx by dt is nothing but what? No, velocity. Therefore, slope of displacement time graph gives what? Velocity. Are you clear? Slope of displacement time graph gives what? Velocity. Understood? Are you clear, ma? Yeah. Now I will draw different graph based on this. Just please try to understand. Yeah, the first graph is, for example, I will take the displacement time graph like this. For example, the first graph is like this. Clear? So the first graph is like this. So on x-axis, I will take time. On y-axis, I will take displacement. Clear? And take this as origin. Now remember, this is the graph for, clear, this is the graph for, on right hand side you can write. So here displacement is constant. Are you clear? Here the displacement is constant. Now remember, if displacement is constant, maybe you are following the book. Clear? Maybe you are following the book. So that's the immediately you answer, but actually wrong one. I change different. Okay, I change here as displacement, I change here as time. Okay, maybe you followed the book, it will be wrong. Now listen, actually here, clear, if you consider this graph, in this graph displacement is constant, clear, displacement is constant. Now remember, this is the graph for body at rest. Clear, this is the graph for what? My body at rest. So in this case, what is the velocity means? Remember, velocity is equal to 0. Clear? Yeah, very good. Some of you told slope, very good. Slope is 0. Slope is 0. Now remember, this is the graph for displacement and time where the body is at rest. Clear? This is the displacement time graph for the body at rest. Understood, ma? Now shall I move to the next point? Yeah, shall I move to the next point? Now the next graph I am going to draw like this. So this is the next graph I am going to draw. So on y-axis I will take same displacement. Clear? The displacement simply I will represent with the letter x. On x-axis I will take time. For example, if the graph is like this. Now here, if the graph is like this. Now remember, always the straight line graph gives, clear, always the straight line graph gives uniform concept. Now, for example, if you draw the graph like this, here straight line gives the uniform velocity. Are you clear? Now remember, so this is the graph for uniform velocity. Are you clear? So this is the graph for uniform velocity. Are you clear? Here the graph for what? My uniform velocity. Are you clear? Now remember, here the slope of the displacement time graph gives, clear, slope of displacement time graph gives velocity. So I will write one point now, just listen. Slope of displacement time graph, clear, displacement time graph gives velocity. Clear, it will give what? My velocity. Now remember this point, this is very important. So slope of displacement time graph gives what? My velocity. Are you clear up to here? Now shall I move to the next point? Now in this case, clear, in this case, that slope is taken as m, that is equal to tan theta, that is equal to, I will take some small portion, this small portion is taken as dx, this is taken as dt. Therefore, dx by dt, that is equal to what? Ma? Velocity. Clear? That is equal to what? Ma? Velocity. Okay. If it is done, then I will go for the next graph. We drawn the graph, I will go for the next graph. Yeah. Did you draw? Shall I move to the next graph? Yeah, please reply. Yeah. So the next graph is, okay, the next graph is like this. For example, I will take the graph like this one. Here I will take the graph like this. So this is displacement, and for example, this is time. Clear? For example, I will take this as displacement and this as time. Are you clear? Now tell me, what is acceleration? Clear? Now tell me, what is acceleration? So acceleration A is equal to how much? What is acceleration? Tell me, what do you mean by acceleration? Yeah, what do you mean by acceleration, ma? Very good. So acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Clear? So acceleration is nothing but what, ma? Rate of change of velocity. Are you clear? For example, if you take acceleration, acceleration is nothing but velocity by time. Clear? Acceleration is nothing but what, ma? Velocity by time. Are you clear? For example, what do you mean by velocity? Means velocity is nothing but displacement by time. Then it is a is equal to x by t square, or else you can write a into t square is equal to x. Now it look like which form? It look like which form? Yeah, tell me, it look like which form? Very good. It look like which form? A parabolic form. Are you clear? So it looks like which form? A parabolic form. Therefore, if you draw the graph like this, clear? If you draw the graph like this is a parabolic graph. Okay. Now listen, if the graph is like this, clear? If the graph is like this graph is for what we are going to discuss now. What happened? What is about this graph and all? Now we are going to discuss. Are you clear? Now remember, if the graph is like this, then what is the initial velocity means? Clear? What is the initial velocity means? Zero. Clear? What is the initial velocity means? Zero. And one more thing, for example, at any point you just draw the tangent, but that tangent will touches the positive x-axis. I'll take this as origin. So this graph will touches at any point on positive x-axis. For example, if you draw the tangent. Are you clear? So what do you mean by tangent? Tangent is nothing but the straight line or a line which is passing through only one point. So this is a tangent. Now remember, the graph to the tangent cuts the positive x-axis. Clear? Here, tangent to the graph cuts what? Positive x-axis. Are you clear? Now remember, here you can say that from this graph you can say that velocity is increasing. Clear? Here the velocity is increasing. Why? Because means the tangent drawn to this graph cuts the positive x-axis. Are you clear? Now remember, here tangent, clear, tangent touches what? Touches positive x-axis. Clear? Here the tangent touches what? Positive x-axis. Okay. Now listen. For example, if you take velocity, that velocity is taken as, or slope is taken as m, that m is equal to tan theta. the tan theta is equal to, I will take it as dx by dt, which is positive. Are you clear? So which means that velocity is increasing. Clear? Velocity is what? Increasing. Are you clear? Now remember, here velocity is increasing. So increase in velocity is called as what? Yeah, increase in velocity is called as what? Please reply fast. Very good. Increase in velocity is called as what? Acceleration. Therefore, this is the displacement time graph for uniform acceleration. Are you clear? Now remember, this is the clear. This is the displacement time graph for acceleration. Are you clear? Now remember, this is the displacement time graph for the uniform acceleration. Are you clear? Understood? For example, if I take the graph like this, now in this case, what is the initial displacement means? I will take that initial displacement is equal to 0. Are you clear? I will take the initial displacement is equal to 0. So initially the body is at horizon. Okay. Now remember, for this what is the equation means? The displacement x is equal to half at square. Later we are going to discuss about this equation. Now what is the equation for this, or what is the equation for this graph means? Equation for this graph is x is equal to half at square. Later I am going to discuss about this equations, kinematic equation. Now shall I move to the next graph? Yeah, shall I move to the next graph, Yeah. For example, if I take the graph like this, clear, if I take the graph like this, so how I am taking the graph means, I am taking the graph like this. Now, for example, this time I'll take the graph, we have some initial velocity, so therefore I'll take the graph like this. Are you clear? Or else I'll take the graph like this. Okay, I'll take the graph like this, so that it cuts, clear, so that it cuts the x-axis at one point or the displacement axis at one point. I will take that as, for example, x naught. I will take that as, for example, x naught. Are you clear, For example, if I take that value as x naught, then we have the graph like this, or same, tangent is positive x-axis and slope is same positive, velocity is increasing, and this is the graph for acceleration. And here the displacement equation is x is equal to x naught plus half at square. Clear? X naught plus ut plus half at square. So we'll discuss these relations later. Just copy that graph. Now shall I move to the next graph? Yeah. Now listen, the next graph I am going to draw is like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is fifth graph, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth graph. Now I am going to draw the graph like this. Clear? I am going to draw the graph like this. Are you clear, ma? So now I am going to draw the graph like this. Now tell me, for this graph, clear, for this graph, What about the slope? For this graph, slope is m, that is equal to tan theta, that is equal to dx by dt, which is negative. Why? Because means if you draw one tangent, the tangent will touch us the negative x-axis. The tangent will touch us what? Negative x-axis. I hope you understood this point. Therefore, here tangent is negative means velocity is decreasing. Clear? Now remember, velocity is decreasing means acceleration. Clear? Velocity is decreasing means acceleration is negative. Clear? Velocity is decreasing means acceleration is negative. That is also called as what? Deceleration. Are you clear? Now remember, this is the deceleration graph, clear? Or this is the displacement time graph for deceleration or retardation. Are you clear? So this is what? Displacement time graph, clear? Displacement time graph for retardation. Clear? This is the displacement time graph for retardation. Now I'll go for the next set of graphs. Shall I erase this? Yeah, copy it. Copy it. I'll go for the next concept. Yeah. Now shall I move to the next concept? Yeah. Now the next concept is velocity time graphs. Clear? The next graph is velocity time graphs. Are you clear? Now remember, what do you mean by acceleration? Means acceleration is nothing but velocity by time. Clear? Acceleration is nothing but what? Velocity by time. For example, velocity can be taken as acceleration into time. Now again it looks like what? Now again it looks like what? Yeah, straight line. Now again it looks like what? Straight line. Now tell me, for this straight line y is equal to mx, then slope is equal to, slope m is equal to how much? Slope m is equal to how much? Yeah, slope m is equal to tan theta, that is equal to acceleration a. Clear? Slope m is equal to tan theta, that is nothing but acceleration a. Now remember, if you draw the graph between velocity on y-axis and time on x-axis, clear? Velocity on y-axis and time on x-axis, if you draw the graph like this, clear? If you draw the graph like this, then slope of this graph tan theta will give what? Acceleration. Now I will draw one projection from here. Now it occupies some area. Clear? It occupies some area. Now let us say it is in the form of triangle or something else. Now could you tell me what is the area of this part? Now what is the area of this part? Yeah, what is the area? What is the area? Yeah, very good, Pawan. Half, very good. It looks like right angle triangle. Half base. Base is which axis? Time. Therefore, half base into height is which axis? Velocity. Are you clear? So half base into height, that is base is time axis, height is velocity axis, therefore half time into velocity. Now tell me, time into velocity or velocity into time, clear? Velocity into time gives what? Velocity into time gives what? Displacement. Clear? Velocity into time gives what? Displacement. Now if you forgot about the half, half is a number, a numerical value. Now area covered under velocity time graph gives displacement. Are you clear? So area covered under velocity time graph gives what? Displacement. Are you clear? Now I am going to write that point. Clear? I am going to write that point. Now area under velocity time graph gives area under velocity time graph gives what? Displacement. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about various graphs for velocity time. So in that, the first graph I am going to draw is like this. So this is the first graph. Now tell me, for this first graph, what is the velocity? For this first graph, what is the velocity? So in this graph, what is the velocity? 0. So velocity is equal to 0 means body is at, yeah, tell me, velocity is equal to 0 means body is at rest. Therefore, so in this case, here velocity is equal to 0. Here velocity V is equal to 0. Therefore, here displacement is 0, which means the body is at rest. Now this is the graph for what? Body which is at rest. Clear? This is the graph for what? Body which is at rest. Understood? Now listen, I am going to draw the next graph. I am going to draw the next graph. So in the next graph, I will draw the graph like this. Clear? I will draw the graph like this. Now listen, in this graph, velocity is what? Constant. Clear? Velocity is what? Constant. So velocity is constant means this is which motion? Uniform motion. So body is moving with what? Uniform motion. Clear? The body is moving with what? Uniform motion. And the next point, for example, if you take slope of this graph m is equal to tan theta, which is equal to 0. Are you clear? Now what is the value of acceleration means for this graph? What is the acceleration means? Acceleration A is equal to 0. Are you clear? From this graph, acceleration is how much? A is equal to 0. Are you clear up to here? Now shall I move to the next point? For example, if the graph is like this, if the graph is like this, so in this graph, velocity is increasing. Are you clear? Here the velocity is increasing and the graph is a straight line passing through the horizon. If a graph is straight line passing through the horizon, are you clear? If graph is straight line passing through the horizon, then it is having some uniform value. Here it is having some uniform value. Now remember, here velocity is increasing. Here velocity is what? Increasing. Increasing means positive. Here velocity is increasing. So velocity is increasing means what is this value? Positive. Are you clear? Now remember, what is the slope of this graph? Means slope m is equal to tan theta. That is equal to, I will take small portion. Then this is dv, this is dt. Then we have dv by dt, which is nothing but acceleration A. Are you clear, ma? Now remember, here, the body is moving with uniform acceleration. Are you clear? Now this is the graph for what? Velocity time graph for uniform acceleration. Are you clear? Here the acceleration is constant or acceleration is uniform. Are you clear? So therefore this is the graph for what? Uniform acceleration. Now this is the graph for uniform acceleration or velocity time graph for uniform acceleration. Clear? Velocity time graph for uniform acceleration. Are you clear? Now remember, slope of this graph gives acceleration. Are you clear? Slope of this graph gives what? Acceleration. Are you clear? Now, what is the area of VT graph? Clear? Area of VT graph gives what? Clear? Area of VT graph gives what? So, if you take area of this VT graph gives what? Very good displacement. Are you clear? Area of VT graph gives what? Displacement. Yeah. Now, shall I move to the next graph? Shall I move to the next graph? Yeah. Now, for example, I'll take the graph like this so that this graph cuts, clear, so that this graph cuts the velocity at one particular point. Now, what is the form of this equation, straight line form of this equation, this graph? What is the straight line form of the graph? What is the straight line form of the graph? Now, what is the straight line form of the graph? Very good. Y is equal to mx plus c. Now, on y-axis, what we have to take means v. Are you clear? Now, remember, on m is nothing but slope, that is taken as, for example, a. Are you clear? For velocity time graph, what is the m value in slope? That slope can be taken as a. X is taken as time t, plus c is a constant, that c is y-intercept. Let us say it intercepted at point v. Clear? Let us say it intercepted at point P or point V. Now, what is the C value? Means C value is equal to U. Therefore, V is equal to U plus AT. So, this is the graph for velocity time, clear, for uniform acceleration, which is having some initial velocity. Are you clear? So, which is having some initial velocity. Now, if the graph is passing through the horizon, remember, if graph is passing through the horizon, then initial velocity is equal to 0. Here, if graph is passing through the horizon, then initial velocity is equal to 0. Now, in this case, we don't have initial velocity as 0. We have some initial velocity. Are you clear? Now, remember, this is the velocity time graph. Here, this is the velocity time graph with some initial velocity. Clear? With initial velocity u. Here with initial velocity u. Now, what is the equation for this graph? Means you can write v is equal to u plus at. Clear? What is the equation for that graph? Means v is equal to u plus at, which like y equal to, it looks like y is equal to mx plus c. Now remember, here slope of the graph gives, clear, slope of graph gives. Now remember, here slope of graph gives what? Acceleration. Clear? Slope of this velocity time graph gives what? Acceleration. That is m is equal to tan theta, that is equal to dv by dt, which is nothing but acceleration a. Now remember, if the graph is like this, how to find out the area means, just remember, if the graph is like this, how to find out the area means, just draw one projection onto this x-axis. Are you clear? Just draw one projection to this x-axis and draw one more line like this. Now it looks like two parts. One is rectangle. Are you clear? Another one is triangle. Now if you add the area of rectangle and area of triangle, then it will give the area covered by the graph. Clear? Then it will give the area covered by the graph. Okay? But now I am not going to do that. Clear? But now I am not going to do that. I am just giving you the formula or a point. That is area under VT graph gives what? VT graph gives what? Displacement. Are you clear? So area under VT graph gives what? My displacement. So if the graph is given like this, then you have to choose a geometry so that one rectangle and one triangle will form here. So like that you have to choose the graphs, clear, or you have to choose the that geometrical shapes. Are you clear? Yeah. The next graph I'm going to draw is, shall I erase this one? Yeah. So here initial velocity u not equal to 0. Now listen, I'm going to draw another graph. Now listen, I will take the graph like this one. Yeah. From this graph you can find one thing, man. If velocity increases, if time increases, velocity decreases. Are you clear here? Velocity decreases with respect to the time. And finally it comes to what? 0. Therefore, from this graph, you can say that initial velocity not equal to 0. So this is the initial point, this is the final point. Arika, this is the initial point, this is the final point. So from this graph, you can say that initial velocity not equal to 0, but final velocity v is equal to 0. Are you clear? So final velocity v is equal to 0. Are you clear? Now remember, here velocity is decreasing. So for this graph, velocity is decreasing. So from this graph, it is very clear that velocity is decreasing. So decreasing means negative. Are you clear? Negative. Now remember, slope, clear, slope m is equal to tan theta, that is equal to dv by dt, which is a negative quantity. Now remember, slope gives what? Slope of VT graph gives what? Clear, slope of VT graph gives what? Acceleration. But here the acceleration is negative. Clear, here the acceleration is what? Negative. Why? Because slope is negative, therefore acceleration is also negative. Now remember, if acceleration is negative, this is called as retardation or as deceleration. Now remember, this is the velocity time graph for uniform retardation. Clear, velocity time graph for uniform retardation. Or else deceleration. Are you clear? Okay. Now listen, now listen. The next graph, if the graph is like this, if the graph is like this, so that it went to some other axis, it moves to some other axis. Are you clear? So in this case, remember, first slope decreases and then increases. Are you clear? Now remember, here the velocity is first decreasing and then increasing. Are you clear? Now remember, this is the graph, just try to understand, this is the graph uniform retardation, or else a body first, okay, uniform retardation and then accelerated in opposite direction. Clear? So a body first, clear, a body first uniformly, or a body first is in uniform retardation A body is first in uniform retardation and then accelerated and then accelerated in opposite direction. Now I'll tell you a best example for this. If I throw a body vertically upwards, then what will happen means whenever the body is moving to the highest point, its velocity will become how much more? Zero. Are you clear? Which means that initially we thrown with some velocity. Then what will happen means it will move in upward direction. Whenever it is moving in upward direction, its velocity decreases, and finally it will become how much more? Zero. And then what will happen means it will behave like a freely falling body and it will accelerate under the gravity of Earth. In which direction? Opposite direction. Now we've thrown the object in one direction, the body is moving in another direction. Are you clear? For example, I throw a body in upward direction. Now after reaching to the maximum height, the velocity will become zero, and again what will happen means there onwards it will behave like a freely falling body and the velocity increases, under the gravity. Therefore, here the velocity increases nothing but acceleration. This takes place in opposite direction. Now, I thrown in upward direction. Now, the acceleration is in downward direction. Are you clear? Therefore, here for velocity time graph of body, or for what is the representation of this graph means first the body uniformly retards and then accelerates in opposite direction. Clear? And then accelerates in opposite direction. Are you clear? So today I will stop up to here. So tomorrow we will discuss about the acceleration time graph. Clear? So tomorrow we will discuss about acceleration time graphs. If you have doubts, you can ask or else you may leave.